Vous le connaissez peut-être sous le nom du Docteur Who, ou bien prochainement sous les traits d'un magicien dans la trilogie du Hobbit réalisée par Peter Jackson. Sylvester McCoy était à Paris il y a quelques jours à la Paris Comics Expo, l'occasion pour Cinewebradio de l'interviewer sur sa carrière.
Oh yes, I remember the auditions because I had to do some screen tests to see whether I was strong enough, because I was known as a comedic actor, whether I was strong enough to be able to be serious and take on evil people, and I passed the test. No, not really. I entered the role very ignorant. I hadn't seen Doctor Who for years in Britain, because I was working a lot in the theatre and I didn't see much television. I lost touch with it. So I entered it with great ignorance. I didn't realise quite what an amazing role I was taking on. Well, when what I wanted to add was the sense of mystery. I was the seventh incarnation to play the Doctor, and over the years, the mystery kind of seemed to get lost. So I wanted to bring back the mystery that was there when the first Doctor did it. I wanted to bring a seriousness, a danger, an uncertainty to make the audience wonder who he really was. And people tell me that influence still carries on today in the new Doctors. Well, it's one of those quintessential stories that humanity loves. It's the story of someone coming from outside the world, down into the world, a man by himself, and trying to save and help the universe. Religions have started on that story, and I think that's its secret, really. It's one of those stories we all love to hear again and again and again, told in various different ways, and Doctor Who is one way of doing it. Well, I think so, yes. I mean, nowadays that all the other kind of science fiction programs that were television programs have transformed and translated very well into cinema. And I think Doctor Who would be good in cinema. We did try and do a cinema or a film version of it in 1996, which I handed over to Paul McGann, the eighth Doctor. But that didn't work very well. But that was for many other reasons. But it was good fun doing it.
Two dungeons deep and
well, Peter Jackson is a lovely man to work with, and he's so relaxed, and he makes everyone relaxed on the set. It's a happy set. He works very hard, though. He'll go on and on and on until you drop. He's a hard-working man. My character's Radagast the Brown. I'm a wizard. In the book, he's got a very small part in the book, but in the film they've beefed it up with influences from other of his writings and stuff like that. Oh yes, I'd read the books, Lord of the Rings. I was actually up to play Bilbo Baggins in the films of Lord of the Rings. And it got down to two actors, Ian Holm and myself. And Ian Holm got it and I didn't. But they remembered me, and that's why I think I'm in The Hobbit.
the fire was red.
Well, my future projects are more of The Hobbit, because they've decided to make the two films that we've been filming over the last 2 years into a third film. So next year, it's taken up with the third film. I'm going out to New Zealand to do more Hobbit.
What do you think about that idea to make 3 movies?
Well, it's great, really. I think it's really exciting. It's the interesting thing is that there are 13 dwarfs in it, as well as, the Hobbit himself, Martin and Gandalf, and various other characters. This way it gives each of the dwarfs and each of the characters in it a really good kind of outing, so they can be seen and known and understood. Whereas if it was just one film, there'd be a blur of 13 dwarfs, and you wouldn't know who are they. You know, there's too many of them to actually get to know them each. But because it's 3 films, you really get to know them.